It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, they have to be pleased with the way things have gone for them this season, winning 3 of their first 4 games. They've been a confident-looking team since the end of the preseason. Hold on to your seats, folks. Should be a wild ride. Whoa! 2 athletic clubs facing off. Kenny, how do you expect this one to go down?
Ooh, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, and great showmanship.
Should be exciting for the players and the fans. The team that takes care of the basketball will have the edge.
Woo! Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to...
What are you riding, a horse, Ernie?
Woo! Kevin Harlan.
It's not a roller coaster, is it?
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. After this game, the Bucks head back out on the road. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And Greg, the first time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better, and that could make it easier down the road.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with a team that's struggling to be competitive.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. And it's Fultz in at the 1. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the 76ers now. And here is Simmons. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Outside, Redick kicks to Fultz. Tries a 3. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
You know, it's one thing to have a nice stroke, but it's another to understand how to get yourself free outside the arc for your shot. Has a soft, delicate stroke, does Fultz, and it rolls off his fingers nicely.
Henson with it, now defended by Embiid. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Milwaukee with the ball. It's a three-point game. Ilyasova passes to Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Fultz. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Pass to Ilyasova. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Now here's Bledsoe, guarded by Fultz. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Covington's shot is off. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 1. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on them at all times.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
And he can't get the first one.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the 76ers. He doesn't get the second one. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 5-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. No good from Bledsoe. The 76ers leading by 3. Simmons with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. No good from Simmons.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And here is Simmons following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
That one is off.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
Middleton finds Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo with the ball. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Outside for Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Now here's Simmons, stolen by Henson. Here's Middleton, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Middleton's got 7.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
Here's Simmons.
Hey, the long arms of Ilyasova, an asset on defense. Really able to contest shots at a high level.
Bledsoe for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Chandler scanning the floor. Redick against Middleton. And that one drops for him. Redick's got his first points of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Passes it to Henson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
John Henson, drafted out of North Carolina, only weighed 215 pounds as a rookie. He's still lean and slender, but has added enough muscle to hold his own inside.
And the first one drops. And at 6'11", some people had Henson listed as a power forward.
Well, you know, in today's game, he's almost exclusively a center. His mobility helps. He's a shot blocker who's comfortable scoring around the basket. The 5 spot is where he's most effective, I think.
Saric has checked in for Joel Embiid. Henson hits them both.
The former Tar Heel, John Henson, is incredibly efficient on both ends of the court.
Fultz the pass to Simmons. Rebound, Milwaukee. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bledsoe outside. Inside. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And they pick up 2. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Boy, what skill from Simmons. I mean, so adept at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Henson finds Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Now here's Bledsoe after Ben Simmons' miss. Antetokounmpo, no good. Chandler against Antetokounmpo. Chandler outside. Outside, Simmons. Over Ilyasova. Simmons missing again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Bledsoe lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Bledsoe's got his 3rd basket of the night. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Count that one.
Excellent precision and focus from Simmons. Feeling nobody can guard him down on the block, and he's right most of the time.
Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Up top, Henson, covered by Saric. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Oh, yes, sir. Wow. Yes, sir. My goodness. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. So many outstanding athletes in this great game of pro basketball. Talk about a couple guys, Clark, who maybe aren't widely known or regarded in that way, but are terrific athletes.
Yeah, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes to mind. Great size and endurance and stamina. Tell you what, Clint Capella for a big guy.
Yes.
Gets up and down well, good strength. I'm very impressed, and still very, very young in his career. Those would be 2 guys I would highlight. And Terry Rozier had a bit of a breakout season this past season with the Celtics. So those would be a couple of guys that I would put on that list.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon, the 36th pick in the 2016 draft, went on to win Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's the 2nd time a player not taken in the first round received that award. The first time was back in 1957. Kevin, you probably know who that is because you may have even called one of his games.
No, I'm not that old, Clark. You sure you're not thinking of a game maybe you called back in the day? Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Saric passes to Fultz, and Muscala kicks to McConnell. Fultz, no good. And you think about Brogdon slipping into the second round. Clark, what caused so many teams to pass on him?
Well, you know, in this day and age, Kevin, younger is deemed to be better, and if you've happened to be in college 4 or 5 years, you're looked at a little differently. He spent 5 years at Virginia, but to his credit, he got his bachelor's degree and a master's in public policy, so he's got great character and perseverance.
Fultz dishes to Muscala, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Bucks second.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by McConnell. Dellavedova finds Brogdon. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Now here is Dellavedova. He's tightly guarded, misses from short range.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
To the middle, here's Connaughton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Brogdon. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McConnell. Cans the 12-footer. McConnell's got his first 2 points of the night. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Dellavedova with the bounce pass. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Chandler. Back to Dellavedova. Here's Snell. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. A second chance effort. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. And at last, they get one to fall.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Milwaukee leading by 15. Snell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly, they've been the better team so far.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Bucks lead by 17. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year, and he spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice. Even as a rookie, he was listening, and I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play, and that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on a majority of their possessions.
Tony Snell is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
Covington's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
McConnell finds Muscala. Brogdon against Covington. Back to Muscala. Pass to McConnell. Fires it up. That one wide left. And with the Bucks' length and athleticism, the pressure style of D made sense.
Yeah, you know, but when it broke down, Kevin, they gave up open threes in today's game. That's almost as bad as a layup.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Muscala, the pass to Chandler. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. On the wing, Johnson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Covington. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. Drains the three-pointer. Connaughton's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bucks. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Now here's Covington. Defense right on him. And the pass to Johnson. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Tony Snell.
Substitution for Bucks. Ersan Ilyasova.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 6. Here's McConnell. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. And the Bucks with possession here. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And taken away by Johnson. Now here's Covington. Not a lot of room. The quick look, no good that time.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. And the 76ers also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Wilson Chandler. The 76ers trail by 18. And Brett Brown wants a timeout. Mark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
Pass to Ilyasova. Now here's Brogdon. He's covered by McConnell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
Middleton against Covington. 6 to shoot. Middleton finds Brogdon. Fades. Knocks it loose. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Right at the free throw line, they grab their own miss. The shot's good from Henson.
Yeah, I like the size and length and bounce of Henson, and he's able to use that to be a force on the glass.
And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Back to Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. The feed now to Simmons. Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Simmons against Brogdon. Now Middleton. 7 points in the game. Pass to Brogdon. From deep. The shot misses. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Redick misses the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Well, it's really hard to say too much about Simmons. I mean, bouncing off defenders like they're not even there.
Henson the pass to Brogdon. Over Simmons. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Redick finds Simmons. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Philadelphia.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
DiVincenzo, covered by Redick, kicks to Henson. The pass to Ilyasova. Over Johnson. And it's off the back rim, no good. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 17. He gets it in there.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending it.
Middleton outside. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton really does a nice job at being able to score through contact. Sometimes he gets hammered, and he still gets it up and down. Well, you want to talk about the smoothest players in the league? You can't forget about Chris Middleton. I mean, he's not a blow-you-away athlete, but he has really good length and a sweet stroke, and he can get his shot off anytime.
Shooting one.
And you look at Chris Middleton, Clark. What doesn't he do well?
You know, there's not much. He does a little bit of everything well. He's a smart, versatile defender. He can command the double team with his scoring and punish the double team with his passing as well. He can hurt you a lot of different ways, Kevin.
And the 76ers call time here.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks answers.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Here's Saric. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Middleton against Covington. Pass to Ilyasova. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo. And the shot is long. The 76ers trail by 18. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Over Bledsoe. No good from Simmons. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the 2nd quarter. Bledsoe outside. DiVincenzo. No good on the triple. Philadelphia shooting the ball at 42%. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Fultz. They get the rebound. They double him with Middleton. To the middle. Here's Covington. Lays it up off the glass. Covington's got his first basket.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Here's Fultz. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
That free throw good from Fultz.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
And the 76ers making a change here. Muscala's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Pass to Muscala. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Dellavedova finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Dellavedova. All sorts of time. Nice jump shot. Good.
Man, I like how Dellavedova gets that shot up so quickly, always measuring the shot as the pass is coming to him.
Milwaukee with a fresh 24. That one falls. 18 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Yeah, looking for offense inside as they try to chip away at this lead here in the second.
The Bucks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Some changes for Philadelphia. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons.
Shooting one.
Yeah, you know, one of the under-talked about strengths of the Philadelphia 76ers is how they play team defense. I mean, they were top-rated defensively in opponents' field goal percentage last year.
Here's Fultz. Softly drops in the floater. Fultz has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, Fultz has great control on these floaters. Not an easy shot, but he makes it look easy.
76ers foul call.
The Bucks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. The 76ers trail by 19. He kicks to Šarić. McConnell scanning the floor. And the foul on John Henson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Dellavedova.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
No good from 18. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Now here's McConnell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Shot clock at 5. Here's Chandler, and he makes good on his first shot of the game.
I think you give Chandler any room to shoot from the mid-range, and he's going to burn you.
Here's on to...
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed. And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 26 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass eater, I know of which I speak. Those guys that rebound effectively don't give up on it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Fultz and Redick are in the backcourt together. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So we'll see Ben Simmons go to the line here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Simmons. And here is Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Bledsoe's got 9.
Really smart in these setups. I mean, Bledsoe surveying the situation and recognizing what's available.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Bledsoe taking his time here. It's rebounded by Fultz.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Simmons. That one drops for him. Simmons got 7 now in this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Boy, you look at Mike Budenholzer, and he's moved into a nice situation this offseason. Atlanta in rebuild mode, and the Milwaukee Bucks heading in the other direction. One of the best teams in the East. That's a good landing spot for Budenholzer.
Here's Bledsoe, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Because of his strength and his athleticism, he kind of burrows his way inside and gets contact because he's looking for it. No fear from Bledsoe there.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And Budenholzer, well respected around the league, talk about what he brings now, Clark, to the Milwaukee Bucks, his new team.
Yeah, I think he brings a continuity offensively, ball movement and spacing, and a pretty good system defensively as well.
Bledsoe hits them both.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe, and he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
Here's Covington, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
First free throw is good. And Greg with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
He's off on the second. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals. In the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark, they've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top-5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
Bledsoe outside. Middleton against Redick. Bledsoe for 3. Drops in the tray. Bledsoe's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, Bledsoe is a decent shooter from outside, but I think it's really important that he continues to connect from there.
Timeout called, the 76ers. And Chris Middleton, 39th overall pick back in 2012, a throw-in in the Brandon Knight, Brandon Jennings trade. Yet, Clark, you know, you look back and he was the best player by far in that deal.
Kevin, a player's individual journey of development is hard to predict. He's now one of the best two-way wings in the league, and I think he surprised a lot of people, but it's a credit to his work ethic and his skill level.
Brogdon, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Fultz with the ball. 8 points for him. The 10-footer, Embiid. Milwaukee with the rebound. Henson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Brogdon. Now the pass to Covington. Puts up a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. From 12 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First one falls for him. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Antetokounmpo passes to Ilyasova. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Ilyasova. 34 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Brogdon against Simmons. Kicks it to Embiid. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo, I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Great showing for him last season. Averaged about 15 points a game last season. 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game now. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Embiid. 6 to shoot.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ... Back
to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Redick. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And stolen by Simmons. Left side, Redick. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Covington. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bucks leading by 21. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And that one is good. Simmons got 11 points in the quarter.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Brogdon finds Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. No good, unable to end this run. The 76ers trail by 19. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Redick. Launches it. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
Bucks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Poked away. Embiid with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Now here's Redick, guarded closely. Simmons against Brogdon. 5 to shoot. Floats one, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Down low, here's Johnson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And that one misses.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Saric checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Bucks leading by 16. Dellavedova kicks to Brogdon. Almost, but it rolls out.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
The first one falls.
Saric, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And so he makes both from the line. With Saric and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. And I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it.
And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Antetokounmpo.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Dellavedova, that's good.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Philadelphia.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Muscala, the pass to McConnell. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Now, here is Muscala. Antetokounmpo defending. It's stolen. Here's Snell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Saric looking around. Inside. McConnell battles through traffic and lays it in.
And, you know, for a big guy, Saric is very versatile. I mean, he's a good passer, shares the ball well with his teammates, and he's got a laser stroke, too.
And that one is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Good work there as it goes. Saric has got 4 points in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. they may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Dellavedova dishes to Antetokounmpo. Down low, and he goes in for the dunk.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Muscala finds Redick. Another three for Philadelphia.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Saric passes to McConnell. 76ers moving the ball around. Muscala dishes to Redick. Clock at 6. From past the arc. The rebound by Brogdon. Milwaukee leading by 14. And stolen by McConnell. Right through the D for the layup. McConnell's got 8 points.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by McConnell. From the high post. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Saric has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Feeds to Redick. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Now Dellavedova shoots a fader. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Bucks on top, leading by 10. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's McConnell. Tony Snell is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Dellavedova in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Bucks leading by 10. Middleton right side. He kicks it to Bledsoe. The pass to Snell. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
76ers on defense. Shots good by Middleton.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
McConnell kicks to Saric. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And, you know, when you watch Embiid, he just oozes with limitless potential. You think about his size and his shooting touch. he can do just about anything he wants to. Tremendous athleticism. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a dominant player in this league for years to come.
Here's Sharch. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. 10-point lead.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically, how he finds the open man. Nice.
Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. True on the 14-footer. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Outside for Bledsoe. Pass to Dellavedova. Lets a floater go. And Embiid with the block.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Three on the clock. Middleton finds Dellavedova. Puts up a three. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to McConnell. Back to Saric. Embiid dishes to Fultz. Over Bledsoe. Not enough on that one as it misses. Milwaukee leading by 10. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by McConnell. Middleton, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. McConnell passes to Saric. Embiid kicks to Fultz. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
You know, quite frankly, Middleton is the kind of guy that scores from all over the court. I mean, you just have to give him a little room so he can get his shot off, and he's typically knocking it down.
Over in the corner, Fultz. Yes, that goes in.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Middleton outside. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by McConnell. Dellavedova finds Henson. And that one is good. And the Bucks lead by 14.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Left side, Chandler. Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Bledsoe. There's the dish to Snell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Fultz. Fultz has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The shot by Saric, no good. Bucks leading by 14. Here's Dellavedova. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Count it.
Well, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active, and usually that leads to good things.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? He's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady, He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
And the Bucks making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Saric. Robert Covington comes in for Wilson Chandler. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys?
One shot, gentlemen.
Arizona guards know how to get it done, and McConnell is no different.
No, he's really been surprisingly good at this level because of his toughness, his smarts, and he's actually gotten better with his little mid-range shot. His vision is outstanding, his defensive tenacity really good. I mean, this guy has proven that he's a rotational player of value in this league.
Here's Bledsoe. No good off the front iron. The 76ers trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Redick against Middleton. Now here's Redick. He's guarded closely. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Poked away. Middleton the pass to Dellavedova. And Middleton kicks to Henson. The shot by Middleton, wide open. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Middleton's got 8 points in the quarter. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And for a 6'10 player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on, that's criminal.
The pass to Middleton, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
The 76ers trail by 17. Outside, Redick, the tray. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
No good from Bledsoe. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. To the middle, and the dunk by Embiid.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Bledsoe outside. He feeds it to Ilyasova. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Now here is Dellavedova. Defended by Covington. Bledsoe outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying his luck deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. No one near fault as he lets it go. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Middleton against Redick. The feed to Dellavedova. Covington with the steal. Fultz the pass to Simmons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Milwaukee leading by 10. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Simmons. Milwaukee with the rebound. Henson's.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, guys, I tell you, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to launch and lift like that.
Middleton drives in. Embiid with the steal. Pass to Covington. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. From outside, off the mark.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
2 shots.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And the first one drops.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times. Was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with a coach who you believe is the right one for your group, very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
That's good from Simmons. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. 11-point game. And John Henson with the slam.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Volts kicks to Embiid. Simmons trying to get open. Embiid, no good. Milwaukee leading by 13. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, you look at the skill set and size of Middleton. Hard for any defense to match up against. Just so creative in how he draws contact and gets himself to the line.
Taking 2 shots. Two shots.
First one falls for him.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
Middleton hits them both. The 76ers trail by 15. Fultz the pass to Covington. Outside, Simmons. Henson against Embiid. Can't hit from 12. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Milwaukee.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Sixers.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, he was really important today. Integral, taking and making shots time and time again.
So both teams changing it up here. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Rob. Here's Snell, defended by Covington. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Antetokounmpo's got 46 points. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Johnson up top. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third personal foul. 76ers substitution. Mike Muscala.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Covington kicks to Redick. There's the triple. And Henson pulls it down. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We getting out in transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
1.